Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. It's time to hit the roads as relates to insurance advocacy on radio, and it's time to connect with you as you drive along this beautiful evening, serving you the latest update and also letting you in on how you can guarantee protection for your life and for your property. This is Insurance on the Move, and it comes to you every Thursdays from 6:30 through 7 p.m. You're welcome. My name is Victor Oteri. All right, so today we're going to be reflecting on an insurance policy that is very, very trendy right now. Of course, it's school resumption. Most schools are resumed right now. And it's time for you to tap into that kind of insurance that would guarantee protection for your children as it relates to their education. We'll be dwelling on that during the course of the program, plus loads and loads of updates. And then we'll be hearing from you too. If you have any insurance issue that you want to talk about out there, feel free to connect with us. And I'll be on 09153877127. A brief break, we will be back.
Wow! What just happened? What kind of question is that? Can't you see? Wow! That looks like a brand new SUV. What kind of vehicle is that? What kind of question is that? Can't you see? Was it the motorcycle that caused it? Or the cooling van? What kind of question is that? Can't you see? But why is that man smiling and pressing his phone instead of pressing that careless man's face against the car's floorboard? And what kind of question is that? Can't you see? But what kind of man is that? Wait, seriously, what kind of man is that?
Yes, that's the kind of man that has prepared for the unexpected. The man that knows that when accident happens, AIICO Auto Insurance Plan keeps you covered, so you don't have to worry. Get the AIICO Auto Insurance Plan today. Call us on 0700 I-Contact, that is 0700 2442 668228, or visit www.aicoplc.com to learn more. AIICO Insurance, your stable friend, yesterday, today, and always.
Trust all the way, every day. Live your life, we've got your back. And so I will take you there all the way, every day. Yeah, stability assured.
AIICO Insurance, your stable friend, yesterday, today, and always.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Insurance on the Move is the program. Of course, we'll be connecting with our guests very, very shortly. But quickly, let's touch base with the roads as you drive along this beautiful evening. It's still looking like a smooth drive in most of the areas. You've been getting lots of feeds from the control room. And of course, Akan has been serving that to you. Mile 2 end, movement from Mile 2 towards the Jesha, proceeding through Second Rainbow and Mile 2 looking pretty good. While the return journey in Watsoshodi, it's a moving traffic. This is due to evening rush at this time. Good movement as well from Suru Alaba, connecting Signal Barracks, but very, very slow movement heading towards underneath the Mile 2 bridge. And this is due to, of course, like we said, evening rush. Joba down to First Stack, First Gate, proceeding through Agboju down to Luti is very much in very good shape. And the other cardinal angles are still looking good as well. So we'll be serving you more helpings as they come in from time to time. All right, so today on the program, we're going to be looking at an insurance policy. We call it the AIICO School Fees Insurance Plan. So how does it work? We'll let you in on that, but quickly, let's just paint a scenario for you. Adedayo is a 35-year-old, hardworking businessman with a family of 4. So we're talking about Adedayo, his wife, and 2 children. According to him, he's looking to ensure his 2 children's, that's Femi and Oyinkosola, he wants to ensure that they have a quality education. And so he's so concerned about the future in case death occurs, and also about how alarmingly expensive education has now become in the country. He then takes his concerns to an insurance practitioner for a solution, and that is going to be the focus on the program. So let me branch to someone, or perhaps let me bring in an insurance practitioner of note to break it all down for us this evening. Joshua Gbadebo is a life underwriting officer with AIICO PLC, and he is the product manager for AIICO's school fees insurance. Joshua, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Victor.
All right. So you listen to the scenario that I just painted right now. So what advice would you give to Adedayo?
Yeah, I advise Adedayo to arrange for the future that he fears by putting in place school fees plan, which would pay him a defined benefit for an agreed period at the onset of the policy. And when he survives the duration of the policy, it's going to pay for the education of the child should he not survive or should he survive the period of the policy.
Right. So we need to understand what AIICO school fees plan is all about. So kindly just take some time to explain this to us.
Okay, so AIICO school fees plan is an endowment plan that aims to provide for the future of a child under all circumstances, including unforeseen or unfortunate event of death or total disability of the parent or guardian. This plan is needed when savings towards school fees of your child or ward, and you can see afford the standard of living that you want to. So that's what this plan is for.
Right. So what does the plan cover then?
So it covers a main risk cover and an optional cover. That is, the main risk cover speaks to the maturity of the policy,
right,
and waiver of premium on death and disability.
Okay. So all these ones are covered, right?
Yes, they are covered.
So how often do I pay premium with this kind of a policy?
So for the premium, it is flexible. We have a lump sum option whereby you pay your premium once. We have annual premium option. We have semi-annual premium option, quarterly premium option, and a monthly premium option, whichever that is convenient for the policyholder.
Right. So the policyholder can have an agreement with the AIICO to say, I would like to be paying this every month, or perhaps I want to be paying it every quarter.
Yes, as decided by the customer.
Right. So who receives the school fees upon maturity? Talk to me.
Yes, so the policyholder can receive, it's the choice of the policyholder. He can decide to receive it, or the school intends the child to attend.
Okay. So the school could be paid directly, or
yes,
the child could be paid as well.
No, depends on the choice of the policyholder. That is the customer. Yes.
Right. Okay, so let's talk a bit more about this. So can I receive my maturity benefit as an annuity? Is it possible?
Yes, it is possible. The customer or the policyholder will need to state it at the onset. So there are two payment options. We have the lump sum whereby the total payment is paid once, and we have the annuity option that is flexible, a maximum of 12 years. That is, the customer can choose any of the duration within 1 to 12 years and will be paid annually on it.
Oh, okay. It's getting very, very interesting right now. So how long can I receive my maturity benefits?
Yeah, like I stated earlier, the maximum period is 12 years.
12 years?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I know that you've also mentioned maintenance benefit before now, right?
Yes.
How is the maintenance benefit? How is it calculated?
Okay. So speaking to the maintenance benefit, before I speak on the inflation part that we also factored in this school fees product. The maintenance benefit is one of the optional riders. That is, it tends to cater for the needs of the child should the policyholder or the customer die during the period of the policy. Okay. That is, the flat value is 12%. That is, 12% of the sum assured is payable to the beneficiary till the maturity of the policy. And upon maturity of the policy, then the full main cover, as stated earlier, would then be payable to the beneficiary or to the stipulated school at the onset of the policy.
Okay, so I need you to rewind a bit. So you're saying maintenance fee here will be 12% every year. Is that it?
Yes, of the sum assured payable to the beneficiary.
Wow. Okay.
So we see these as the way of bringing catering for the kids, for the particular beneficiary, feeding and the tuition of the current educational grade such a beneficiary is.
All right. So if I'm paying like, let's say 400,000 naira every year, you're telling me now that 12% of that 400,000 will be paid to me as maintenance benefit?
No, it's not the premium payable. It
Oh,
is the
okay.
cover itself, which is sum assured.
Oh, the
So
sum
let's
assured.
take for instance, yes. So let's take for instance, if the sum assured is 1 million naira,
Mm-hmm.
and the customer died, the policy is for 10 years, and the customer died after the fourth year. So what we are trying to say is that the moment the claim has been, we've been notified of the claim, and we verified that the customer is truly dead, and the customer selected this option because an optional rider.
Rider,
The
okay.
moment you select this rider, what happened is that we'll be paying the beneficiary 120,000 annually till the maturity of the policy, which is in 6 years' time.
Wow.
And at the maturity of the policy, the 1 million naira will be payable.
That sounds very juicy. All right.
That's the way the policy is designed.
Right. So why would Adedayo need this policy? I needed to, this product. Why would he need it? I needed to, just break this down for our listeners this evening.
Okay, so Adedayo would need this policy because it's designed to cater from the elementary level of a child to the university level of a child. That is the education of the child. And how good this product or plan is that a customer can tend to take it simultaneously for a child. That is, yes, Mr. Adedayo just give birth to the second child, and you realize that with the way things are looking out, let me plan for the future. And at a year or 2 years, they can take up the plan, can take the one that we cater for the school, for the elementary school, which is primary, and also take another one that speaks to the secondary school, and the one for the university, which will have different duration. And I thought he had actually secured the education, whether it's alive or not.
Wow. This is very, very interesting. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This evening on Insurance on the Move, we're talking AIICO school fees insurance plan. And Joshua Gbadebo is letting us in on how it all works. I think this is just the right time for people to invest in their children. But he'll be able to talk to us much more on all of this. We're going to take a short break right now. When we return, Joshua will be letting us in what premium will one have to pay every year for you to be able to pick up an AIICO insurance, an AIICO insurance school fees plan. We also find out the riders that are attached to this particular product. And if you have any questions, feel free to connect with us. That will be on 091 5387 7127. A brief break. We'll be back.
Honestly, I am fed up of my street.
Hey, what's wrong now?
I think my street is jinxed. Over the weekend, my apartment was boggled and the criminals made away with valuables. They even took my son's toy treasure box.
Stable and reliable.
And just this morning, there was a huge fire incident in my neighbor's house and he lost everything. I mean everything.
Wow. Anyway, like I said before, stable and reliable.
What are you saying? Are you mocking me?
Abba, of course not. I just said
obtainable,
stable.
portable, blah blah blah. I can rhyme too. It doesn't help my situation.
Okay, you remember I had similar experience last year, but thankfully I had signed up to a fire and burglary insurance plan with a stable and reliable partner, AIICO Insurance.
Oh, now I get it now. Yeah. But why did you tell me all this while now?
When the unexpected happens to your home appliances, AIICO provides the insurance cover that makes you worry-less. Get the AIICO Fire and Burglary Insurance Plan today. Call us on 0700 iContact. That is 0700 2442 668228 or visit www.aicoplc.com to learn more. AIICO Insurance, your stable friend. Yesterday, today, and always.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Insurance on the Move is the program. And of course, I still have with me on the phone line Joshua Gbadebo, taking you through the Ajegunle and Apapa end this evening. I can tell you, traffic around Boundary Roundabout, slightly busy and slow within that particular corridor. And this is as a result of closing hour, or the return trip, so to say. Commercial activities too within that particular corridor, coupled with marketing activities. It's a moving traffic, by the way, so it's not a standstill. Boundary Roundabout connecting Marine Beach is also slow, but moving much faster if you're heading towards that other direction. The return journey from Marine Bridge exiting into Ajegunle is a fast-moving traffic as well. So we'll be letting you in on more. Those of you on the Third Mainland Bridge, you're still having it pretty good. No major worries driving through those corridors and then we can serve you some more from time to time. Let's get back to the conversation. So, Joshua, are you there?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
All right. So, assuming Adedayo wants to buy these products, how much or perhaps how will his premium be determined?
Okay, so his premium will be subject to the sum assured he chooses
Okay.
to take over on. That is, with the way it is a school fees plan for the tuition of a child. So you can decide that, oh, I envisage that the tuition fee of my child will be 500,000 annually. So we can use the duration he wants to receive the money or the period he feels that he's going to pay that 500,000 to get the sum assured. So logically, if he's paying 500,000 for 6 years, that is a secondary school grade, it means that the sum assured will be 3 million. So
Okay.
it means that premium will be calculated based on that.
Ah, just as straight as that. Nothing else.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to be giving you some complex things to work at right now because I'm sure people would like to understand. But let me find out from you, Joshua. Is it to say when the child is young, maybe like he's just finishing primary school, that's when I'm going to put down this money, or how does it really work, really?
Okay. So like I stated earlier, the entry of the child is 1 years, and the maximum age at maturity is 24 years. So we are saying that we believe that a child should have completed his tertiary education by 24. With any child within those periods and the duration of the plan, in as much it doesn't exceed 24 years, the father or the guardian or the parent can tend to take up the plan for such child.
Can I take up this plan for my child who's going to university?
Well, it depends on the age of the child and it depends on the duration. So for the school fees plan, we have a minimum duration of 5 years.
Okay.
And so if your child doesn't fall within this category, you won't be able to take it up. But let's say your child still has probably 8 more years to complete to get to that stage.
Right.
Yes.
You can
So it will be easier for him to fall into that category.
All right. So you mentioned that for the child's requirement for calculation of the premium, you were talking something about that. But let's just give you some kind of other scenarios now, Joshua. So what will happen should the child die? I mean, now we've been making reference to the policyholder dying and all of that. But in the case that the child is the one that passes on, what happens?
Okay, so in a situation whereby the beneficiary of the cover dies, then the policyholder has an option to replace the beneficiary. And in a case whereby the policyholder cannot replace the beneficiary, the premium is being refunded back to the policyholder.
All right, let's take this call that's coming in. Hello there, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Who am I speaking with?
Yeah, I'm calling from Ogba.
Oh, regular B from Ogba. Talk to me.
Yes, I'm good. Quick one. This plan, does it also cover up to tertiary education, or it's just for primary and secondary?
Aha, very, very good question. Thank you so much, B.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think it was just similar to what I was asking earlier on Joshua. B wants to know, does it cover tertiary education?
Yes, it does cover. It covers primary, it covers secondary, and it covers tertiary education.
Okay, that sounds very, very interesting. 080-99120777 and 091-5387-7127 is the numbers that you can get in touch with us. This one says, good evening, Victor. Is this plan very regular? Is this plan very... Okay, no. So is this plan like regular savings, or is it different in some ways? Nunayo, is it Nunayo? From Iyano Ikwaja. All right. Thank you so much. So, is it like a regular savings? This is what this one is asking.
Okay, so the beauty of this school fees plan is that at Jim we've been able to do the analysis. We'll have seen that it's more than just the regular savings. So the school fees plan takes 3 things into place. Yes, the savings, which is the initial aim of the policyholder, and the number 2 aim is to actualize protection against death or disability that will prevent the policyholder from providing the education. And the number 3 thing is that in the case of the benefit payment, when the option selected is an annuity payment options, we tend to realize that if the sum assured payable is 3 million and the payment period is spread for more than a year,
Right.
which is the annuity option, by the time we calculate everything that we payable, we realize that it is higher than the sum assured.
You mean it?
Yes.
All right. This one says, good evening, Victor and Joshua. Please, how flexible is it? Can a parent adjust contributions if their income changes? Titus is sending this one in. Titus, thank you so much. So can it be flexible, Joshua?
Okay, Title, the flexibility here is that, like we stated, we have primary, secondary school, and tertiary. So we believe that when we initiate this policy from the onset, we are aiming towards this particular goal. And at the point whereby the customer can stand to afford more, he has the option of taking a new one or increasing the cover limit on it.
Okay, 08099120777. And if you want to put a voice call to the studios, feel free. That'll be on 09153877127. This one says, Mr. Joshua, does the plan consider rising school fees over time? You didn't put your name, but thank you so much. Okay, so Joshua, does the plan put that in perspective?
Yes, so one of the purpose of this school fees plan is to emphasize instances of increased tuition fee of our children education. And we know that we are to compare the tuition fee of few years back, like 3 or 4 years back, with the current tuition fee of I'm not even talking about university now, I'm talking about the primary and the secondary school. We know that there's a big difference in that regard. So there's the flexibility option there. You can select a flat plan, and there's an escalating option whereby the payment at the end of the policy would be increased in a likely manner.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about claims now, because a lot of times when we discuss insurance, there is the premium component, which most clients are not very, very, very eager to really part away with. But there is the claim aspect as well, which is of great interest. So what happens in terms of claims for this kind of policy?
So in terms of claim, what happened is that we'll be expecting that the company is being notified of the claim to the policyholder. And the moment the requirement needed is provided, what happened is that payment is made subject to the selection of the optional rider, which is maintenance benefit. Remember, it's a school fees plan that is targeting the future of the child.
Right.
And payment is only made at the maturity of the policy. That is, probably in 6 years' time, this child should be entering university, and we've already arranged this amount. So if that happen now, there will be waiver of premium. And as such, till the maturity period, the school fees accordingly as selected will be payable. But in a case whereby the maintenance rider is being selected at the onset of the policy, the moment we are notified, 12% of the sum assured will be payable annually to the beneficiary for upkeep.
Okay. All right. So this one says, what happens if I do not make a claim? I mean, I'm asking you that question now. If I do not make a claim, what will happen?
What happens is that there's maturity then. If there's no claim, it means that the policyholder survived the duration of the plan. Then maturity kicks into effect. So it not depends if it's a lump sum payment or an annuity option payment.
All right. So how long do I have to wait before I can make a claim? Or do I have any waiting periods?
So for the school fees plan, there's a waiting period of 6 months.
Okay, 6 months.
Yes, for customer without pre-existing condition. But for customers with pre-existing condition, that will be 24 months, that is 2 years.
What does that mean? I mean, what kind of pre-existing conditions are we talking about here?
Okay, so what we mean by pre-existing condition, we mean that for customers that have medical ailment at the onset of the policy, and these are the terms and conditions on it.
All right, that's a message here. It says, good evening. I am Tomiwa from Magodo. Is this school fees plan only for private schools, or can it also cover public schools? Tomiwa, thank you so much. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this school fees plan does not indicate either private or public. Now, it's speaking to the plan of the policyholder, that is the parent or guardian.
Okay.
I want to take my child to this school, be it public school, be it private school. In as much a tuition fee is required,
Right.
then the guardian or parent can take up this plan.
All right. There's one interesting question here that just popped up. It says, Victor, this is an amazing plan. Please ask your guest what happens if a parent misses some payments. Does the plan stop? And is there any form of interest or growth on the money saved? Sheung Ibrahim, thank you so much for that question.
Okay, thank you very much, Shem Ibrahim. So in a case whereby premium was paused for a while, the policy requires a certain period for the policies to be within active. And the moment payment is not paid, we tend to notify the customer to pay payment. And at the point in which probably after several periods, payment renewal was not paid. But when the customer is coming back to make his payments, there's a little charges in that regards. And it's just to ensure that we are still taking cover on the risk as covered from the onset.
All right. So what are the term options? Do we have any term options for this policy?
Yes. So for the term options, we have minimum of 5 years, like I stated earlier, to a period of 24 years.
Okay, 5 to 24 years.
Yes.
So what do I need to get this plan? For anyone listening to us right now and really needs to tap into the AIICO school fees insurance plan, what do they need?
So what you need to get this plan is just to get a quote. And what we needed in getting a quote is the age of the customer, which is essential. Stating the essentiality of this case is that the younger the customer, the cheaper the premium. Comparing such information with a customer that is older.
Okay.
The age of the child is also essential. Remember, the child cannot exceed 24 at maturity.
Right.
The annual school fees intended, that is, if the customer intends paying 600, 500, 300, whatever amount, it is very essential because this would help in ascertaining the sum cover, which is the cover of the policy. Then the number of duration in which the savings is intended for. Likewise, the number of years that payment is to be made should the customer opt for the annuity payment option.
All right. Let's begin to wrap all of this up right now. Is suicide, is it covered under this policy?
Suicide is covered only when the policy has take effect since for more than 2 years.
Okay. Once it gets to like 2 years, then suicide can be covered.
Yes.
All right, let's wrap all of this up. So what's your parting thoughts on the program this evening? What message are you leaving for our listeners, especially as it relates to the AIICO school fees insurance plan?
Yeah, so my message to the listeners is this. We all know that the school resumes some few weeks back. And we know that most of the attention of all guardian and parents is tuition fee of the child. So we are looking at securing the future of your child without allowing any factor to limit their goal or their your future plan for your child. Right. So all you need to do is take up this plan to ensure that their education is secured.
All right, then we'll leave it at that for now. Joshua, it's nice having you connect with us on the program this evening. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Victor, for having me.
Okay, then. So Joshua Gbadebo is a live underwriter with AIICO PLC. And this evening, he's been able to let us in on how the AIICO school fees insurance plan works. The program this evening has been produced by Akan Hussein. Let me say a big thank you to Definite Media Concepts for putting all of this together. Next Thursday, 6:30, the program makes a return. But till then, I am Victor Oteri. Have a splendid evening. Bye.